Fins fans, Dolphins fans, congratulations on a wonderful night. You guys secured the best quarterback in the 2020 draft. If this guy is healthy, he is going to be the best quarterback in this year's draft. This guy is a future Hall of Fame guy in Tua Tagovailoa. Brian Flores has finally found his footing. I just loved I loved it. The pick at 5, you didn't give up anything, and you still secured Tua. And Justin Herbert, I like Herbert. I like him as a prospect. Definitely not as much as Tua. And it's a very healthy situation now for the Dolphins having Tua instead of having Justin Herbert, because the fan base is all behind Tua already. I know you guys love it. And if Justin Herbert was here, Justin Herbert would be getting criticized at every wrong step he would make. This is extremely healthy for Tua. This is the best quarterback Miami's had since Dan Marino. And now Miami has an identity again. You have Byron Jones, you have Howard, you go out, you get another corner, which I would have thought that the Dolphins would have maybe wanted a running back, but you still have Swift, Dobbins, and guys that are available in the second round. Austin Jackson out of USC, a guy that is a little bit raw but has a very high ceiling. I like that selection over Josh Jones. So you get a guy on the offensive line that can really, really play for the Dolphins. The cornerback selection out of Auburn, I like the kid's game. I like his pedigree, being a track guy. He's probably going to be a slot corner. The need wasn't necessarily the most pressing, right? Because you'd want a running back or maybe another receiver like a Denzel Mims would have been exciting, but I guess Devontae Parker can take care of that. There are just a lot of different ways to go, like Edwards-Helaire or the running backs. Maybe Lloyd Cushenberry, but maybe you would have gotten him later. I just thought that there were more pressing needs, an edge rusher to go along with Wilkins on that defensive line. But the thing that I see about the Dolphins is the third pick in the draft. I think the guy, I trust Brian Flores. I love what Greer and Flores are building, and this was a home run pick at number 5. I thought a lot of teams did well tonight. I think Miami made out the best. You guys didn't give up anything. Miami gave up nothing. And they achieved Tua Tagovailoa, who I believe has the highest ceiling in this draft. What I love about Tua is I love his quick release. I love his accuracy, the quick release, the confidence, work ethic, and leadership. Tua is a guy that pretty much Jerry Jeudy wasn't going to go to Alabama. He got around Tua. Tua brings people together. He has that magnetic presence, like a Russell Wilson, like a Deshaun Watson, like a Mahomes, like a Drew Brees. He has the presence to lead. And Tua, let's talk about him on the field. He has the quick release like I talked about, very athletic feet in the pocket. Even though he's not a scrambler, he's very athletic at dodging, feeling pressure. Also, Tua, he could throw at velocity, 10-inch hands, and he has velocity to every part of the field. And he's just, you won't find a better thrower with touch. Tua can throw the ball over receivers' heads when they're going down the field. He could drop the ball in the bucket so that Jerry Jeudy can run under it. So Jalen Waddle could. So Henry Ruggs. And Tua had a lot of mouths to feed at Alabama. There was so much pressure on Tua coming across that national championship game, taking over for Jalen Hurts that was already one of the real successful quarterbacks in college football. There was a ton of pressure on Tua. I mean, Tua on top of the mountain since he was an 18-year-old kid, steps into the game cold, wins the national championship, has ice in his veins. Tua Tagovailoa, what he did in the national championship against Georgia, having never played in meaningful snaps during a freshman year as an 18-year-old kid, he has that quiet confidence, that quiet tranquility. When in the moment things get really rattled, Tua has that tranquility that you need at the quarterback position, that Eli Manning had, that the clutch quarterbacks have, like Big Ben, like Peyton Tom, Drew Brees, Russ Wilson. These guys are calm when things are chaotic. That's what Tua is. He trained with Trent Dilfer, but after the national championship, I mean, you're going to get nitpicked. Look at Trevor Lawrence when he played North Carolina and only won by 1 point. Everybody's nitpicking Lawrence. Oh, he isn't as good as people think. And Tua then, in his second year, phenomenal season. I think he was a Heisman finalist. He was ridiculously good, ridiculously talented. He played when he was hurt in Miami at the Hard Rock against Oklahoma, threw for 4 touchdown passes, was flawless again. And Tua had a terrific season. He also beat LSU and Joe Burrow on the road. Tua, great season, lost in the national championship to Clemson. And then Tua in Alabama, I believe that they were undefeated up until they ran into LSU. And then Tua, what a heroic effort, even with a bum leg, to go into, went into Bryant-Denny against LSU. And even with a hurt leg, he was just terrific. So one of the great college players. Miami Dolphins fans should celebrate. You gave up nothing. You didn't give up any draft picks. You keep everything. You get a tackle in Austin Jackson. But now you have your quarterback. Now it's time to dance. Now it's time to put the show in motion. If you're the Miami Dolphins, it's a new era. It's Brian Flores. This isn't a wide receiver playing quarterback like Ryan Tannehill. This isn't a placeholder anymore. This isn't a Chad Pennington. This isn't a Dante Culpepper. This isn't a retread free agent. This is a superstar budding rookie into this league that if he can stay healthy, and I know it's an if, but if this guy stays healthy, Super Bowls will happen in Miami, playoff wins will happen in Miami, and happiness and euphoria will return to South Florida for the Miami Dolphins.